I received this inspiration photo from my client. I do like making black and white cakes, but I think I've done quite a few of them now. And because I don't like making the same kind of cake twice, I do tend to switch up the designs a little bit. I covered my cake in white chocolate ganache, and once that had set, I went ahead and trimmed off the lip that is on the top of the cake. I feel like this really helps to give you a super sharp and clean finish. To start this cake, I went ahead and used one of my favorite Amazon piping tips to create this ruffle. I did use buttercream to do all the piping on this cake just because I didn't make enough ganache, but I was having some serious issues with this. I had to stop and start quite a lot because my apartment was just so warm, so it was melting the buttercream. Now that I'm thinking about it, the summer in this apartment is going to be very, very interesting. To create the shell borders, I use the Wilton 199, another one of my favorite piping tips. It's just not as big as a 4B, and I just feel like it's really dainty. It gives a really dainty look to your cakes. This is the Wilton 21, and I'm using that to create a reverse shell border. I feel like putting a reverse shell border on the cake also gives it this whimsical vibe. I love using this tool to help me as a guide when it comes to applying the ruffles on the side of the cake, especially because I'm using black buttercream to do this, so I genuinely could not make any mistakes because scraping this off, if I did, not an option. But to make these ruffles, I used the same ruffle piping tip that is on the base of the cake, and then I went ahead with another unmarked Amazon piping tip to create these additional ruffles on top as like layers. And then to finish off the piping, I used the Wilton 199 to kind of create these shell drops. I get all my acrylic charms from the Regal Finish, and this is exactly who I got these charms from. Absolutely stunning work. And then just to finish the cake off, I added some glitter and some black bows. I don't know about anyone else, but when I put bows on my cakes, I have to place them specifically. This is what the cake ended up looking like. I'm really annoyed because now I'm noticing that the graduation is wonky, but the cake is still super pretty. I still can't believe I'm making as many heart cakes as I am because there was a time where I didn't like making them.